Hello, Fairmount friends. When I lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania, I had a spiritual director that I would go and see about once a month. And she and I would spend time together, and I would kind of process things that were going on in my life, both personally and professionally. And we'd leave a lot of room for silence, and we'd ask a lot of questions like, so where is God in that? Or what is God up to there? And she would help me kind of think about my life in a spiritual way, with a spiritual lens. And I loved that. And at the end of each session, she would go to her desk and she would open a folder. And in the folder would be different strips of paper. And she'd pull one out. She'd pull out a piece of paper and she'd read it to me. And then she'd send it home with me as a blessing. So I've kept a lot of those strips of paper. They're in lots of different places. But this one that I have here, this is probably the biggest strip of paper she ever gave me. Like, often they're only this big. But this one I've kept in Pennsylvania. I kept on the cork board in my office right in front of my computer, and here when I moved to Cleveland I put it up on the cork board right in front of my computer. And it was one of the things I took off of my cork board from church and brought home and put on the cork board that you can't see but is right in front of my computer here. There's the theme in my life about cork boards. Anyway, I brought it with me because I just knew it was going to be helpful. So I'm going to read it to you as a blessing and a challenge for today. It's from A Spirituality of Waiting by Henry Nouwen. So let us listen together. To wait open-endedly is an enormously radical attitude toward life. So is to trust that something will happen to us that is far beyond our own imaginings. So too is giving up control over our future and letting God define our life, trusting that God molds us according to God's love and not according to our fear. The spiritual life is a life in which we wait, actively present to the moment, trusting that new things will happen to us, new things that are far beyond our own imagination, fantasy, or prediction. That indeed is a very radical stance toward life in a world preoccupied with control. The whole meaning of the Christian community lies in offering a space in which we wait for that which we have already seen. These are powerful words. Powerful words. And my prayer for us today is that we can work on giving up control and letting God define our life, trusting that God molds us according to God's love and not according to our fear. May this be true in your day, in your week, in your month, in all of our lives. We'll see you soon.